Proudly brought to you by
Hello and welcome to another edition of TVWAN News. I'm Rex Litter. In this edition, men cutting road link return. Exercise Antap Long Ol ends at Murray Barracks. And Tigers book 6th grand final appearance. A proud moment as the man from the Works Department, known for being in the bush for cutting the link from Morobe and Gulf Transnational Highway for 4 years, finally arrived in Port Moresby this morning.
It was an emotionally moving and proud moment for staff of the Department of Works and Highways when their colleagues, who had been literally cutting the road link of the Morobe Gulf Transnational Highway for 4 years, finally arrived in Port Moresby. Department Secretary Gibson Holemba welcomed the hardworking group of men who had been hard at work connecting Papua and New Guinea.
It has cost us 45 million kina at least to open this missing link. Because you me manid lo PTB deleipa. This road, contractor cut him, work semet cut him. Me work set cut him, so me like talk thank you Lord workman lo mi sanabe. Or workman lo works. Some of them casual, some of them permanent public servants, who have dedicated their lives to be up in the bush to give us that opportunity to life, especially for those people who are living up in the mountains of Gulf and Morobe.
Simeon Suagu, Executive Director, Network Planning, Design and Standards, and Stephen Poop, Executive Director, Highways Management, told media that this vital road link will overall connect the highlands to the coast, ending at Milne Bay. It is 178 kilometers of road.
The challenges are huge. It has taken us 4 years to stay up in the bushes to make that connectivity become real. As of Friday, Prime Minister went and launched the connectivity. The connectivity is now, there is a road link. We have the other phase where we need to make the road become accessible so that we can drive the vehicle comfortably between the two different provinces and the districts.
How we see the results and then people will enjoy, but the actions that we can prove to bring these results out, nobody knows. Only ourselves will know to us. We live with the people in the our team leave the people. Sometimes they go hungry. No food out to sleep.
They shared that in the coming years, these transnational highways will be upgraded even more to make road travel more comfortable. Jasmine Rojak, TVWAN News.
Connect PNG is not a scam. These were the words of Works of Department Executive Director for Network Planning, Design and Standards, Simon Suagu. He said Connect PNG is actually changing lives who thought they were forgotten. These people see the road link as hope and real impact. After this morning's momentous occasion, they shared that Connect PNG is real and is making an impact.
Connect PNG is a scam. Let me say it's not a scam. You go around in shallow bush, you will see the real suffering. And this road is making an impact into the lives of those people who thought that they have been forgotten and they will be never given any hope. And these people are now seeing the real light. And this road is making an impact. Who said you stop there, you don't go some scam. I want you to take a drive or just go for a walk and you feel that pain. The challenges that they are going through. And then you will really appreciate why this road is important to them. And it is not a scam. The road is really making an impact. They have all the economic potentials there, but how can they bring it out? They have all the cocoa, sorry, not cocoa, but coffee. They produce in large scale, but they can't take it out, so also carry on the 10 kg just to walk to all the way to Bema, or if not to Netindo, to sell just some rice and Karakan and Bema, the family Makagai. Those are the challenges.
When we live in the cities, we look tall, we look smart, we have built, and then we think that we are somebody, but when you go back to the village, in the areas that are disconnected, you think that you are going to somewhere, not to PNG. Because these people are nowhere near to us. Their livelihood, their health, you feel really sorry for them.
Provincial member for East Sepik, Alan Bird, has joined the People's Reform Party and is now a party leader for the People's Reform Party, having taken over from North Fly MP James Donald. He and other members of the party held a press conference over the weekend to make formal announcements.
East Sepik Provincial MP Alan Bird now leads the three-member People's Reform Party. Bird, who had resigned from the National Alliance Party in September of 2022, remained an independent candidate until recently. Over the weekend, the party met with members of the media to announce its policies going into the 2027 national general elections. Its coalition partner, the PNG National Party, was represented by Sinasina Yongumul MP Kerengakua during the press conference. Governor Bird was handed the party reins by North Fly MP James Donald and Maso Hewabi, MP for Middle Fly, are the party's only other two members.
Now, many of you know that when I first I was nominated a while back as a potential prime ministerial candidate, I adopted the slogan Hard Reset. Hard Reset was just a way of simplifying what you mean by hard reforms. So I was interested in making sure that if I did get the job, I was going to bring in some very hard reforms that would be painful, but that would be beneficial for the country.
Yeah.
So the first thing that stood out about the People's Reform Party was their keen interest in reform.
The People's Reform Party boasts an online presence. The party leader said members of the public can read up on party policies and engage transparently.
Policy blamibla, I behind him straight. 5 preamble constitution. The 5 national goals and directive principles are reflected in our party's policies. After this, we will go online and we will share the website. Now you go on and look in. Read him. Give us feedback. If you think our policy is not in line with the way that you know all people blow you feel him also, we will give you an opportunity to take part in the policy debate. Why we are going online is that we want to be fully transparent. Mipla law, People's Reform Party, Mipla no na talk. Oh, we want transparency and good government, and inside our party there is no transparency and good government. Mipla by start inside the party na go out.
The North Fly MP relegated the party leadership with a lot of anticipation for the future. He said the decision was done by party executives 6 months ago.
Reform itself outlines everything. If you define the word reform, what does it mean? It is all about paving a new way and how we're going to do and what we need to do, forecasting next journey.
People's Reform Party was founded in 2021. It endorsed more than 10 candidates in the 2022 elections. Only one seat was won, the North Fly Open seat. Salome Vincent, TVWAN News.
PNG National Party leader and member for Sinasina Yongumul, Kerengakua, flanked North Fly MP James Donald to show solidarity when People's Reform Party announced it will be led into the 2027 national general elections by provincial member for East Sepik Alan Bird. Kua expressed optimism that Bird's leadership would usher in a new era of collaboration and progress for the party, which currently has only 3 members. He commended Donald for prioritizing the party's unity and future direction during this pivotal change.
Congratulations from me. I'm Honorable James Donald. lo surrendering party leadership lem party where emiet go past na set him up. Now this la leadership na deputy blem Honorable Maso Hewapi, member of Middle Fly na Honorable James Donald, member of North Fly to play it. They find the strength and the courage and the vision and the conviction within themselves to hand over the party leadership across to Honorable Alan Bird, Governor of Blois Civic Province. Congratulations, well done on this decision.
Prime Minister James Marape has called on Papua New Guinea's health workforce to enhance efforts in delivering basic and specialist healthcare services. His remarks came during the celebration of two significant milestones: the nation's 50th year of independence and the 60th annual symposium of the Medical Society of PNG held in Port Moresby.
In his address at the 60th Annual Symposium of the Medical Society of PNG, Prime Minister James Marape reflected on the nation's journey since 1975. He acknowledged the dedication and resilience of medical professionals who have continued to serve despite challenges such as limited resources and increasing healthcare demands. The Prime Minister emphasized the importance of improving healthcare delivery to meet the needs of the population and urged all stakeholders to work collaboratively towards building a healthier future for Papua New Guinea. He further expressed hope that the symposium would provide valuable insights and strategies for advancing the country's healthcare system, while reaffirming his government's commitment to strengthening basic healthcare. Marape also highlighted recent breakthrough in specialist medical services, including Papua New Guinea's first successful kidney transplant and heart bypass operation. The Prime Minister described healthcare as a right, not a privilege, and called for services to be available within an hour's reach of all Papua New Guineans, whether in towns or isolated rural communities. Freddie Mo, TVWAN News.
After the break, Defence Week kicks off with an end to exercise Antap Long Ol.
For too long, banking has felt out of reach for many. But now, BSP's One-Took Wallet is here to change that. Send and receive money, pay bills, and top up. It's your money, wherever, whenever. Because at BSP, we are committed to improving how our customers connect to our One-Talks, to our family, to the ones we love. BSP's One-Took Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# for everyone.
We've been traveling along this road together for over 50 years. Ella Motors acknowledges the visionaries and hard work that have been the driving strength to continued nation building. We live, prosper, sustainably grow with the community, whilst developing quality mobility chains, aspiring to be your first choice on every occasion. Ella Motors, celebrating with Papua New Guinea throughout our independence golden jubilee.
For Simon, life is simple. Dreams seem distant, yet hope remains. One ticket, one dream. Simon's world changed forever. Yes! From small dreams to big possibilities. The One-Took jackpot is here for everyone. Win big every day.
The PNG LNG project has now generated more than 30 billion kina for Papua New Guinea since production commenced. Nearly half of this amount has been paid as tax. Equity distributions are paid to KPHL and MRDC based on the interest they hold. Tax is paid to the IRC, while development levies and royalties are paid to DPE. For more information on direct and indirect benefits, visit PNG EITI's website.
Long year 2024, 7 pla baby I born one time HIV. HIV I can go long baby long triple rot. Time bel mama I get HIV, long time long carrying baby, na time baby I susu. Tasol Yumi can help him bel mama, long look out him baby inside long bell. Go quick time long bell mama clinic, na kiss him antenatal check. Time Yumi pan him sick HIV area, or time bell mama I positive penis, early treatment I can save him baby. Give him baby healthy start long life. Stop him spread long sick HIV I go long baby. This lutok sawa I come long National AIDS Council Secretariat.
Where's our power?
Dead in the water. We're drifting out of control.
How much gas does he have left? Not enough.
We're gonna be too late. It's a body recovery now.
No, it's not. I'm not losing a diver today.
Okay.
Last Breath. Premieres Saturday, September 13th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Here's mid-cup. Alex Johnston has a hat-trick. 200. Premiership try. Shake. Come back. Play. Heading to win it. Catch it. Billy Francesco. Oh, stop it. Walton's doing the short side. Coates is glued to his wing. That is top draw. Galvan dashes away to goal. It's a hat-trick for Johnston.
Welcome back. Defence Week has kicked off in the nation's capital. In a show of support and solidarity, the Royal Australian Navy ship HMAS Shoals arrived in Port Moresby on Saturday with embarked Australian Defence Force personnel ready to assist the Papua New Guinea Defence Force as they support Papua New Guinea with celebrating its 50th anniversary of independence. The ADF named their support Operation One Time.
In a show of support towards the PNG Defence Force celebration of Papua New Guinea's 50th Golden Jubilee, the Royal Australian Navy ship HMS Shoals sailed into the Port Moresby harbour Saturday, August 30. Australian Defence Force personnel also stand ready to assist the PNG Defence Force as they support Papua New Guinea with celebrating its 50th anniversary of independence. The ADF named their support Operation One Time. Shoals will remain in Port Moresby until mid-September, providing accommodation and real-life support for Pacific partners from Fiji, New Zealand, Tonga and Vanuatu, who are taking part in PNGDF Week and PNG 50th celebrations. Shoals will be participating in the public open day for ship visits on Tuesday, 2nd September, while a second Royal Australian Navy ship, HMS Childers, will join in the multinational fleet review on Thursday, 4th September. Led by the PNGDF, the ADF will also contribute personnel from the Australian Army and Royal Australian Air Force to ceremonial and celebratory events including air shows, ceremonial drill and artillery displays, and military bands. Lead Maritime Planner for the PNGDF's Joint Task Force, Lieutenant Commander Elijah Anthony, said the 50th anniversary of independence celebrations are important for the PNGDF and for the people of Papua New Guinea. Salome Vincent, TVWAN News.
The exercise Antap Long Ol 2025 came to an end today, with soldiers handing over the baton to the PNG Defence Force Commander, Commodore Force Rear Admiral Philip Polewara, at the PNGDF headquarters in Port Moresby. Retired Lieutenant Jeffrey Key, who led the initial exercise in 1975, was present and witnessed the event along with two other retired soldiers who had also walked that track 50 years ago. PNG Defence Force soldiers concluded the 1,200 kilometers exercise Antap Long Ol 2025 at Murray Barracks today. With the presentation of the baton to the Defence Force Commander, Commodore Rear Admiral Philip Polewara. The We Work to Port Moresby walk was a reenactment of the first walk in May 1975 leading up to PNG's independence. The 50th anniversary walk lasted 6 weeks. Rear Admiral Philip Polewara said, "Success of this exercise shows courage and illustrates what the PNG Defence Force means to the country and what it can do." A retired Lieutenant Jeffrey Key and the 2 other retired soldiers who walked the same walk 50 years ago attended the event. Retired Lieutenant Key said, "The 2025 exercise has made him grateful that he is still alive to also celebrate this important event in PNG's history come to life again."
Yeah, time was flying. I didn't realize that we were independent for 50 years. I thought it was just happened a few years ago or something, but 50 years. And I'm also surprised that I lived that long and to see the 50th anniversary. It's just brought my memory back to when we came through here. We did exactly what they did this morning.
Over 50 soldiers participated in Exercise Antap Long Ol 2025. Amongst them was lone female soldier Philadelphia Ropline. She thoroughly enjoyed the experience.
The only female, this time too, the long distance. Even start, maybe walk until 1.5 years among male. So it's not a challenge because 1.5 years and plenty of time.
The exercise Antap Long Ol commences PNG Defence Force Week as lead up to the main celebration week of PNG's 50th Golden Jubilee. The Teaching Service Commission is determined to ensure teachers' appointments are merit-based and that they receive all benefits accorded to them from the beginning of their appointments. Thus, the TSC is holding a week-long consultation workshop with officers concerned in order to monitor performances in favor of ordinary teachers who deserve better.
The Teaching Service Commission is holding the Teacher Appointment Management System Update and Consultation Workshop to ensure officers who deal with teacher benefits perform better in ensuring teacher appointments are merit-based and they receive all benefits accorded to them from the beginning of their appointment. TSC Chairman Samson Wangiome opened the week-long workshop in Port Moresby with strong emphasis on teacher welfare. Wangiome urged the provincial education advisors and provincial TSC officers to render benefits rightfully belonging to the teachers and treat as very important people in order for them to deliver services as is expected of them. Education officers, including TSC officers from the Mamase and Southern regions, will be having a hands-on workshop on updating information which include teacher appointment, acting and substantive, teaching positions and teacher manpower audit, teaching positions and school structural alignment, teacher recruitment admission, teacher allowance with school locality and allowance specifications, teacher monthly returns and performance monitoring, teachers' recreational leave fare and monitoring, and teachers' exit planning and manpower inventory. Benefits discussed included housing, which is not a condition of employment as of now, and that is what TSC is determined to change to present it to the teachers as a 50th anniversary gift. The workshops are being conducted in regions, and this one was for the Mamase and the Southern region. It involved all TSC regional directors, TSC provincial advisors, TSC provincial assistants, provincial education team appointment, OIC salaries, and planning and monitoring teams. The Highlands region held their workshop. The New Guinea Islands region is yet to have its workshop. Frida Kana, TV1 News.
And now a look at the finance news. The kina closed lower at $0.2400 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2325 US, $0.3526 Australian dollars, $0.1908 euro, and 33.85 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold and coffee closed higher. The rest closed the day lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the ASX closed lower, and all ordinaries closed lower as well. TV1 News continues with news from abroad. After the break, stay with us.
Banking doesn't have to be complicated. With PSP's One Talk Wallet, control your money wherever, whenever. Dial *131#, enter your PIN, select cash in or out, and generate a secure code to withdraw cash. It's the only wallet for cardless ATM withdrawals. Send and receive funds, pay for goods and bills, or withdraw cash with ease. All with PSP's One Talk Wallet. PSP's One Talk Wallet. Money made easy. Dial *131# today.
Boy, semakin bapak seharian.
Auntie, come go team. David Loran. You think you passed it? Spots. It's in me.
"24-hour service. Always there when we need them the most. They risk their lives to save mine. They are ordinary people doing extraordinary things. They are our everyday heroes. St. John Ambulance, trusted to care."
Hey viewers, got a red disc on your roof? It's time to unlock over 80 channels of entertainment with Digicel TV. Enjoy exclusive HSBC 7s, UEFA Champions League clashes, Filipino and Indian drama series, live local and international news, sports and much more. All delivered straight to your screen. Looking for something affordable? Start with our 20-channel plan for just 22 kina a day. Or save big by getting the whole month for just 80 kina. Need more? The 40-channel plan is perfect. Just 28 kina for a day. Or go all in for 105 kina a month. Still want more? The 60-channel plan gives you more variety for 38 kina a day. Or take the leap with a full month at just 185 kina.
And now De Bruyne, and now Haaland!
Watch it work. Craving the utmost experience? Access over 80 channels for as little as 42 kina a day. Or enjoy the full package, including optional Filipino or Indian add-ons.
Grisha.
I really love you so much, Devraj.
Dial *515# now to subscribe and get connected today. Digicel TV. More channels, more choice, more value.
There have been lots of changes in the family.
I don't want there to be any bad blood, but there is.
Would you please stop?
No.
Welcome to Plathville, Thursdays 9:30 on TLC.
This was not about the greatest tennis match. This was about grit and determination and two players giving absolutely everything to win. And Arina Sabalenka does winning very, very well. Oh! What a way to save one of the match points. That's what we want to see.
Thanks for staying with us. Urban youths from Wewak East Sepik Province completed exercise Antap Long Ol with PNG Defence soldiers. The Goldie training facility is keeping the young men for the duration of their stay. The youth belong to the Chains for Life youth group. close to 30 youths from Wewak, East Sepik Province couldn't believe they spent 6 weeks walking through rugged terrain and weather to finish the historical exercise Antap Long Ol alongside members of the PNG Defence Force. This morning, they found themselves standing before the memorial monument of founding father, late Grand Chief Sir Michael Thomas Omare. 44 young men began the walk in July, around the same time the exercise commenced at Moem Barracks. They trekked to Madang, and then 14 of them cycled up to the highlands, while the rest continued on to Ley, Wau, and then onto the Bulldog Trek to Gulf Province, where they met more soldiers at Malalawa and walked together to Port Moresby. Team leader Junior Samis said it was a long walk, but for a worthy cause. He wants to establish a youth council in Wewak so that youths can actively participate in nation building.
So, lo Wewak mi bla registered group mi bla tubla group so go awareness lo ICP go ina lo ICP. But lo this la 50th anniversary so mi bla plan na mi bla kamose mo go awareness kamora le meeting na kamose le ya. So awareness lo mi bla mosem mi bla walkathon group mi bla go awareness lo organizing more youths get registered na stain service lo government or government activities. Na tu mi bla go awareness lo establishment lo youth council. Mi bla ma set him up own body lo mi bla where mi bla youths can run him own function lo mi bla.
Semi expressed gratitude to PNG Defence Force, especially those at Goldie Training Depot for their hospitality. He thanked the Wewak community in Port Moresby and back home for their continued support.
Me talk thank you lo CEO lo Goldie Barracks one time all members lo provide him accommodation le mi bla lo Goldie na mi bla stop 2 nights lab coming up Monday na mi bla finish this la program on them all DF. Na program bla finish ba mi bla go stop from the 2 weeks mi bla go illegal admin do mi bla by after 16 17 or 18 19 ba mi bla travel back lo Wewak.
They are expected to meet with 14 of their members next week before independence celebrations. After the independence celebrations, they will meet the Department of Community Development, Youth and Religion and discuss the possibility of setting up a youth council office in Wewak. The youths are expected to return to Wewak towards the end of September and early October. Rex Litter, TVWAN News. Indonesian political parties have agreed to revoke a number of perks and privileges for parliamentarians, says Indonesian President Prabowo Subianto. The president made the announcement on Sunday, which comes after days of protests and rioting across the Southeast Asian country. Widespread anti-government protests and rioting over issues such as extra pay for parliamentarians and housing allowances have rocketed Indonesia, resulting in at least 4 deaths in recent days. The protests began in Jakarta on Monday after it was reported that 580 politicians would receive a monthly housing allowance of 50 million rupiah in addition to their salaries. In overseas news, as feared, Sunday's anti-immigration protests in the heart of Melbourne turned violent as demonstrators from opposing camps fought in the streets. It was just one of a series of nationwide March for Australia rallies that brought tense moments in several cities.
Centre of Melbourne. As anti-immigration protesters, led by men dressed in black, clash with counter-protesters. Hopelessly outnumbered, a police officer deploys pepper spray before moving away, while a woman's slammed to the ground. A protester launches into a group, knocking over a Channel 9 cameraman. Earlier, thousands gathered at Flinders Street, many waving Australian flags, calling for an end to mass migration. Are you worried about violence here today?
Well, if it happens, it happens.
This isn't about racism, this is about change.
I'm here to have a serious discussion with the Albanese government about mass immigration.
But walking among the crowd, well-known neo-Nazis. The rally was initially contained by police before being allowed to march to state parliament, meeting pro-Palestine marchers on the way who were staging a counter-protest. Police trying to quell the violence as the groups splintered across the city. Spontaneous skirmishes are popping up all through the city today. Every time the protest group and the counter-protesters meet, police are having to run between these groups to try to maintain the peace. Despite denying its involvement in organising the march, National Socialist Network members were prominent. A neo-Nazi leader bestowed the honour of final keynote speaker.
Final speaker for today is Thomas Ol.
Around the country, similar scenes unfolded.
Aussie Nation! Aussie Nation! Stop the invasion! Stop the invasion!
In Sydney, police say there were about 15,000 in the crowd. Members of a neo-Nazi group were also among the speakers there, but were booed out by others at the protest. Bob Carter was met with cheers in Townsville, days after threatening to punch a journalist who referenced his Lebanese heritage. While in Adelaide, a sign featuring alleged police killer Desi Freeman was held up, and neo-Nazis attempted to take control despite a mic being cut.
Around 500 people have been killed and 1,000 were injured following a 6.0 magnitude earthquake that struck eastern Afghanistan. Taliban-led Earth health authorities say they will need to confirm the final figure as they work to reach remote areas. The powerful quake hit the mountainous area about 27 kilometers east-northeast of Jalalabad, Afghanistan's fifth largest city. The Taliban government is appealing for urgent international help. Landslides have cut off roads in Montana's Kunar province, forcing police and rescuers to rely on helicopters. The quake was 8 kilometers deep, with shaking categorized as severe by the U.S. Geological Survey. With winter coming to a close, Western Australia's grain growers are hoping a gentle spring will help them remain on track to produce another near-record harvest. Analysts predict grain production could go close to 22 million tonnes, but that depends on the extent of frost damage and finishing rains.
North and south of WA's vast grain belt, behind the near-record production in the past 5 years. Kathy Cook farms with her family at Coolia, 240 kilometres north of Perth. 5 hours drive south, and grain and sheep producer Craig Newman farms in the southeastern wheat belt at Varley. Both have had a good winter to start their crops growing.
The simplest way to describe it is I haven't really had to check the rain gauge that often. Everything has been really good. Just a brilliant start, and it's been flowing quite nicely since.
Yeah, I'm really happy with how this is potting up, Mark. It's actually coming along really well. So it's probably got another, I'm hoping, at least a month of flowering. So flowering's good. That's how we're making seed. So yeah, should hopefully be successful.
With 9 million hectares of crop planted this season, the latest monthly grain report indicates WA is on track to potentially deliver almost 22 million tonnes by the end of harvest.
We've only had 3 years ever of more than 20 million tonnes. Those 3 years have all been the last 5 years. If we hit 22 million tonnes, which is what it was in 24, we'll have 4 of our record years in the last 6 years.
But a lot hinges on a soft finish in spring without extreme cold or heat.
Our biggest risk is probably not the dry. We sort of can work with that. Frost risk is our biggest challenge. They can take a good crop from a brilliant crop to zero.
The Bureau of Meteorology's monthly rainfall outlook for September indicates near normal rain is expected in most of Western Australia's cropping areas.
The operators of jumping castles are calling for law reform to allow the inflatable amusements to be operated as safely as possible. They say a criminal court case over the 2021 Hillcrest Primary School accident that claimed 6 children's lives has failed to provide legal clarity, and they and the families of the Hillcrest victims want stronger, clearer safety laws to ensure there is never another tragedy like Hillcrest.
Ross Jackson was operating his business House of Bounce at a Tasmanian primary school on December 16, 2021, when news broke about a jumping castle accident at the nearby Hillcrest Primary School in Devonport.
I think it was the principal came out and just said we had to let everything down, pack it up. There'd been an incident at Hillcrest.
6 children died and 3 were seriously injured when the jumping castle they were playing on was blown across the Hillcrest School Oval by a freak wind event. Soon after, jumping castles were banned on public school grounds in Tasmania, Western Australia and the ACT, while other state and territory education departments tightened safety protocols. Tasmanian local governments also banned them on council-owned land. This forced Mr. Jackson to close his business. Because of doubling insurance costs, it also prevented Burnie charity Fairy Godmothers from renting out its jumping castle, despite regular requests.
It was a horrific event. It's just impacted all kids' entertainment. It's not just the jumping castles.
Earlier this year, the owner of the Hillcrest tragedy jumping castle was found not guilty of the criminal charge of failing in her work health and safety duty. The magistrate said she could have done more to secure the castle, but because the wind was unpredictable, it would have made no difference to the ultimate outcome. Mr. Jackson says he wants to see legislated standards for all operators that do ensure safety for families.
I would like to see some sort of set of standards for operators across the board, but it's how that gets legislated, I don't know.
There are industry standards for jumping castle operators in Australia, but the magistrate said they are complex and ambiguous, and Ms. Gamble was not legally required to comply with them. Families of the Hillcrest victims hope an upcoming inquest will result in legally binding safety rules. The family's lawyer says they want to see the coroner make recommendations to ensure no other family endures this pain. But with no timeline for the coroner's inquest, it's not clear how long the families may have to wait.
Next in sports, Tigers book 6th grand final appearance and Gurrias stay focused on making the grand final.
Are you a small business owner or just starting up? Need mobile plans for your team and Wi-Fi internet for your office? But also need flexibility, simplicity and value? Then the Digicel SME Club is for you. Digicel's SME Club will keep your business connected with the best rates in PNG, affordable mobile plans with unlimited in-group calls, SMS, plus international minutes. Enjoy fast, reliable internet tailored for your business, starting from just 375 kina per month. With Digicel's SME Club, there are no contracts and no security deposit. Just seamless 24/7 dedicated customer support, a loyalty rewards program, and monthly discounts when you pay your bill using Digicel Cell Money. Keep your business connected and thriving with Digicel's SME Club. Contact us today on 7373-0000 or dial 126 for details. Your business deserves the best. Join Digicel's SME Club today.
Hey, do you know that Cell Money gives you twice the Digicel credits you recharge when you top up your phone with Cell Money?
Yes, I have the good news. So now I put 3 kina in my phone. I receive 6 kina credit.
Well, that's why now I like to top up 5 kina because I receive 10 kina. And then I use my credits to call, send text, or get data.
Let's go to a Digicel store Cell Money agent today. Deposit money in your Cell Money wallet to top up and receive the double credit.
Dial *888# to do it all with Cell Money.
Cell Money, do it all with Cell Money.
Now authorities in Tennessee are warning about potential meth gators.
They can get addictions just like we can.
Watch out, he's eyeing us up.
Animal
Criminals on Drugs, Wednesday 7:30 on Discovery.
There's a traitor in the house.
Who's the suspect?
Your wife.
If it is Catherine, do you really think you can do it? I don't know.
Is it true no one can lie to you?
I don't like liars.
I can feel when you're watching me. I like it.
Black Bag premieres Saturday, September 20th, 9 p.m. on HBO.
Hello everyone, wherever you are in Papua New Guinea. Join me from the 23rd of August this year to September the 16th, where I will bring you all the events and activities marking our 50th independence anniversary celebrations. So stay at home, the comfort of your home. There'll be at least 7 major events on TVWAN, as NBC TV and MTV, where I will be bringing all of that to you.
In sports, Lace Tigers have booked a 6th grand final appearance in the 2025 Digital ExxonMobil Cup following their thrilling 24-16 victory over arch-rival and minor premiers PRK Mandi Muruks in front of a sell-out crowd at the Santos National Football Stadium on Sunday. In the club's short history, the Tigers have made the 5 grand final appearances, winning 3 premiership titles and losing 2. Their last appearance was in 2021 when they beat Wagitumbe 16 points to 10.
There was no love lost between the two lay-based franchises on Sunday's fiery grand final qualifier. The opening half turned into a brutal affair riddled with errors and ill discipline, with tempers flaring. Muruks were first to open their ledger with a successful penalty kick by captain Mark Tony, taking the lead 2-0. As the encounter intensified, match referee Paul Dixon then marched Muruks' captain to the bin for 10 minutes for professional foul. Tigers took full advantage of the opportunity, and from an attacking set inside Muruks' 20, centre Kevin Ako ran past a couple of would-be Muruks defenders, diving over the left corner to put his team in front 4-2 after the conversion missed. Coming back from a stint in the bin, Muruks' captain got his team back on the front foot after powering his way through some Tigers defence to make it 6-4 before Tigers landed a penalty kick to even up the scoreboard 6-all at half-time. Points were at a premium in the second half that saw both teams tightening up their defensive resolve. Tigers' little general Mark Alunga, from a clever dummy half play, put the Tigers back in front 12-6. Muruks kept peppering the Tigers' line time and again and paid off with a try and a penalty kick. However, the Tigers proved the better side in the end, with junior Kumul Kevin Ako scoring the match-winning try at full-time 24-16, sending the Tigers to the big dance in 2 weeks' time. Tigers coach Noel Zemming said his key message was to minimize on errors, complete high, and work hard in defense.
From the Lace Tigers, coach, what do you think will game today?
We just took a plenty long, cut down on errors, and let's complete our sets and work hard in our defense, our strong defense. Moves all got strong comeback, so yeah, just work hard on our defense.
On the injury front, Zemming said Terry Wapi picked up a minor shoulder injury during the game, but came back on to complete the game. Commenting on how the boys rallied their way back into the contest when the chips were down, Coach Zemming highlighted they had 2 weeks to prepare for it.
Well, we've training 2 weeks for this game, so we just have to go back to our process, trust it, and completing more sets for me plan. I work hard and, consume error, and then when the opportunity comes, we just have to capitalize. So, yeah.
Meanwhile, Alunga was outstanding. He scored a crucial try in the second half to put the Tigers back in the game.
First of all, game and tough. We were expecting what they come up. We were training all the way. We took thank you. Like we were no surprise with him game and tough. We were to face him. Toughness. We were prevent na come no just like game. Time we were start behind. We were just look go talo. Time we were to come finish it. We have to walk strong because we training. We walk strong na come. So we have to training. Now move forward. Anything can happen. So we were just walk strong. Look.
Tigers will have a well-deserved rest this weekend, awaiting the winner of next week's preliminary final between the Gurias and Muruks. The 2025 Digicel Accent Mobile Cup Grand Final is set for September 14, preceded by the Santos Cup Women's Decider. Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
Meanwhile, East New Britain Egma Gurias continue their strong surge towards the B Cup final with another masterclass performance against the equally strong and determined Moniplus NCD Port Moresby Vipers to take out the match 14 points to 9 in a nail-biter. Gurias are through to the preliminary final this weekend. They face minor premiers PRK Mandi Muruks for the right to meet Lace Next Tigers in the B Cup Decider on September 14th.
After Sunday's bruising win against Moniplus NCDC Port Moresby Vipers, East New Britain Egma Gurias coach Warto Puara credited his boys for putting on a solid performance to overcome the big challenge from the young, energetic Vipers outfit.
Yeah, really proud of the boys. They really work hard to win the game today, so good effort from all the boys there.
Gurias were trailing with 10 minutes to go before the man of the match, Chris Benjamin, and Gurias enforcer Muka Kalu scored back-to-back tries to seal the deal.
We just need to stick to our process. Nothing fancy. Just keep everything simple, and we just want to complete our sets.
Ahead of the Muruks game this weekend, Puara emphasized the team's focus on themselves and their preparations.
We need to focus on our preparation again. And it starts straight after the game. Preparation for us is a big thing, and that's what we want to focus on this week. I've trust in every player. I have faith in them. I know the talent they have. I've been working with them every training session, and I know that anyone that takes on any position, he'll play his best.
Puara also highlighted the importance of having talent and versatility in the team to be always ready to step up in the event of injury. Gurias' try-scoring machine and crowd favorite Benjamin was again voted man of the match for his outstanding performance in scoring a double.
Mitrasin proses belum blaso. Just talking about sol. Minut no presa. Just talking about sol. Tromoy batsol kam. Pang score.
Amazing.
Yes. Nawon ba ko again walk lo. Or bona ma beres. Mi plan leg him down. So bla walk in lang na. Next week we'll come back again.
Terry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
The Central Dabaris women have once again secured a finals top 4 finish after overcoming a strong challenge from the Port Moresby Vipers 20 points to 12 at full time. The clash of the local derby was played on Sunday in the final round of the 2025 Santos Cup regular season. The top 4 teams advanced to the semi-finals, which starts this weekend.
Dabaris got back into their groove, scoring back-to-back tries through the evasive pocket rocket number 9, Lynette Awa, to put her team ahead 14-4. Dabaris continued their dominance in attack when former PNG 7s international Naomi Kelly bursting through the Vipers' defense to put Dabaris further ahead 16-4. Before Vipers responded with a try to Sabume and Katrina Buramo, keeping the Vipers in the contest 12-16. However, Dabaris had the last laugh with a late try to Kelly, literally steaming down the left edge, leaving Dabaris defenders in her wake to seal the match 20-12 at full time. Following the win, assistant coach Junior Bello had nothing but praise for her girls for their resilience and discipline to keep their finals hopes alive.
Trusting all girls, we stick to the game plan, stick to process. Tim dumiem lo just talk sawer lo all girls to lo defend him.
The Barriers started their campaign in round one with an 18-all draw against the 2024 champions Gorkha in a grand final rematch before going down to Eagles 24-14 in round two. The following weekend, again they recorded a second draw against Tigers 16-all. In round four, the Barriers put on a polished performance to beat Gurias 18-8. The Barriers win against Vipers, now finishing third, and puts them in good stead ahead of the top four major semi-final playoff this weekend, with the two winners to meet in the grand final the following week on September 14. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
The Flying Fijian kicked off the Pacific Nations Cup title defense with a strong 32-10 victory over the Ikale Tahi of Tonga at the National Stadium in Suva on Saturday afternoon. 4 tries were enough to sink the fiery Tongans, who needed a win to consolidate their campaign to win a 2027 Rugby World Cup spot, having won against Manu Samoa in Nuku'alofa last weekend.
The Charles Pugh-led side managed to get an early try, but that was the only time they really had anything to show in the game. Too many basic errors plus ill discipline, which saw them end the game with 14 men, worked against them in the end. Number 8, Siosia Mwale, was sent to the showers early with 10 minutes to go in the game when he was red-carded following his second yellow card in the game. Flying Fijian captain Tevita Ikanivere said it was good to have started the campaign with a win. There was a lot of things to work on ahead of their next game against Manu Samoa on the 6th of September. Fiji led 17-10 at halftime after Tonga's Pellegrini succeeded with another long-range penalty attempt. With 18 minutes to go before the end of the game, Captain Ikanivere scored his try in the Pito's attempted tackle, following an aerial take by winger Ponipate Loganimasi, who rose high into the air to take the kick pass from fullback Isaiah Armstrong Ravula before running wide and setting up Ikanivere's try with an infield pass. Replacement winger Tanela Rakuro scored Fiji's 4th try when he touched down over the line in a melee, with the ball going loose from Tongan defenders. Tonga is on bye this weekend and awaits the playoffs. The win means Fiji leads the Pacific Zone or Pool A with 5 points, while Tonga in second with 4, and Samoa is yet to secure a point. Pool B features Canada, Japan, and the USA. The PNC also doubles as a qualifier for the 2027 World Cup. 3 teams, apart from Fiji and Japan, who have already qualified, will make it to the World Meet when the series ends in 3 weeks. Harry Longwood, TV1 Sports.
In NRL, the Green Machine Canberra Raiders is powering towards the finals with a minor premiership in their kit bag following a 24-10 win over West Tigers in front of a raucous GIO Stadium crowd on Saturday.
The minor premiership is the second in club history for the Raiders, their first coming in 1990 when they went on to win the title by defeating the Panthers in the grand final.
Compliment to those boys because it's a big job, it's a long season, and they've done a wonderful job in mentally just having that edge each week, and that's what's really helped them, and it's been a wonderful experience for our younger players. This tonight will be a great experience for those young boys who have never achieved this, and they're led by senior boys who are really leading and helping me as a coach, because I hand it over to them and I trust them. And Joe, led by Joe, and it's been I think today was a great reward. Is probably the word I'm looking for.
The Raiders have taken their record 19 wins and 4 losses and sit 4 points clear of the Melbourne Storm with 1 round remaining. Canberra Raiders' final match of the season is against the Dolphins at Kayo Stadium next Sunday. Stewart's men will head into September chasing the club's 4th premiership to go with those collected in 1989, 1990 and 1994. The club's last grand final appearance was in 2019 when they finished the regular season in 4th and progressed to the decider when they went down to the Roosters. The Raiders will host a 4th placed team at Kayo Stadium in week 1 of the finals and then host a prelim final at home should they win that match. A loss in week 1 of the finals would see them head back to their home ground for a sudden death semi-final in week 2. Terry Longwood, TVWAN Sports.
And now the weather forecast. In regional forecast, southern Port Moresby, partly cloudy, Daru, partly cloudy with possible rain showers in the evening, Momase, Ley, cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms, Wewak, cloudy periods with rain showers and possible thunderstorms, Nigini Islands, Lorengau, cloudy periods with possible rain showers and thunderstorms, Buka, cloudy periods with possible rain showers and thunderstorms, Islands, Manditari and Wabeg, cloudy periods with possible afternoon-evening rain showers and thunderstorms. Ocean forecast for PNG areas for the next 24 hours. Coral Sea, seas moderate to rough with southeast winds of 20 to 25 knots. Solomon Sea, seas light to moderate to rather rough with southeast to easterly winds of 10 to 20 knots. Bismarck Sea, seas light to moderate to rather rough over south sectors with easterly to southeasterly winds of 5 to 15 knots, reaching to 20 knots at times. And Pacific Ocean, seas light to moderate with northeast to southeasterly winds of 5 to 50 knots, reaching to 20 knots at times. And coastal waters forecast. Waters of southern PNG Indonesian border to Daru, to Kiwai Island, to Kerema to Yule Island, to Port Moresby to Hood Point to Samarai Islands. Seas 0.5 to 2 meters, rising to 3 meters along strong wind warning areas. Waters north of Cape Vogel to Huon Gulf to Finsafen, seas 0.5 to 1.3 meters, rising to 2.0 meters along strong wind warning areas. Waters of Long Island to Madang to Wewak to Vanimo and northern PNG Indonesian border, seas 0.5 to 1.5 meters, rising to 3 meters along strong wind warning areas. TV1 News ends on that note. Thanks for your company. Good night.
The TV1 News was proudly brought to you by
Digital Business. We help grow your business with secure, reliable and cost-effective ICT solutions.